Hello and welcome to Accelerate. I am Matt Stone. This is the podcast where we encourage and inspire CEOs, founders, and visionaries on their big leap journeys. We talk about the stories and strategies that will help you accelerate toward your big leap destination with purpose, humility, an open mind, commitment to growth, and recognition that the way we get there is at least as important as where we end up. And I'm so delighted that you've tuned in today. Okay, Monday, August 15th, smack dab in the middle of August, and the beginning of a new week and new opportunities. And we'll just take this, forget the week, we'll just take this one day at a time. I hope you have enjoyed your weekend and are looking forward to a meaningful week ahead. Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. But in my head a lot. Which is not great. So I find that action is probably better than thinking over a weekend. But, you know, it is what it is. Dealing with a lot of anxiety lately. And I know because I have eczema on my right hand that it flares up when I'm really, really under high anxiety, high stress. And so it's been screaming at me that, I'm just under a lot of anxiety. And it's August of 2022. I left Japan after almost a decade in December. And I think my expectations for myself is that by now, everything would be just smoothly humming along and, the business would be where I'd want it to be. And it's like all of these expectations that I had, and life doesn't work out the way doesn't play out the way that I want it to all the time. And whenever I'm running up against those expectations, boy, I can lose perspective. And one area that I have seen that play out in is the gym. So we finally found a good gym. I mean, it's been months and months and months of struggling at an old gym that was just not okay. The culture there was awful. It was just not clean. It was not a refuge. And I had been doing consistently the same routine. In Japan, I had a trainer and I had a Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout, and I was making such great gains, losing fat, building muscle. So I move my entire life, and my wife joins me literally on the other side of the globe. And man, it really threw me off. And I probably put on like 20 pounds, and not probably, I have since moving. I'm not happy about that. But I haven't stopped going to the gym. It's just that I lacked I haven't been doing the tracking. I haven't been putting the numbers down on what I'm doing. I haven't been tracking my eating nearly as much either. So of course, things are off. And I've lost perspective on it. And so for the first time since coming here over the weekend, I did a full Friday workout. It was actually on Saturday, but I did a full Friday workout and did all of the exercises in that workout and tracked the numbers. And one of the tracking points is tracking kilos versus pounds. So because I have to translate everything now, I've been thinking in kilos for so long, it's yet another layer of this that has just been, I know it sounds simple, but it's thrown me off. It's been very hard. And it's amazing how, I can just completely lose perspective. So I thought I was way weaker than I actually am. And one of the things I did is I looked at all the numbers and looked at where I was before, and I went, oh, I'm actually, I'm a little bit lower on the numbers that I left off with when I left in December, but not that much lower. I mean, can get back there in a matter of a couple months probably. So today it's pretty early here. It's not even 6 a.m. and I'm off to the gym to do my Monday workout, and I'm going to do the same thing and track those numbers. And this is an example where looking back can actually give great perspective on what I'm doing now. It's not always, beneficial to look back, but in some cases, looking back can kind of help you realize, oh, okay, what have I been going through? I mean, massive upheaval on so many levels. And I want it to be all great and rosy and settled and know my community and have everything humming along, in the matter of, 6 months, 8 months. That's just not how it works. And if I look at the numbers, I'm doing way better than I actually give myself credit for. One of my absolute favorite human beings, who's also one of my favorite authors and researchers, her name is Tasha Eurich. And she has written a phenomenal book called Insight. It's been out for several years. And I just think her stuff is great. I think her Twitter feed produces consistent high quality stuff. And just as I'm going through this whole perspective shift, I see a tweet that she sent out over the weekend. She also posted it on LinkedIn. You can find her, Tasha Eurich, TashaEurich. And I believe her Twitter handle is @Tasha Eurich, I believe. Anyway, so this is what she writes. I just thought it was so fantastic. She writes, people with a perspective practice, the habit of strategically considering new perspectives in their daily life, tend to be calmer, more confident, and more in control. How can we get there? One simple hack is to change our focus from our present experience to our journey over time. How perfect is that? When we're battling so much in the present, it's counterintuitive to turn to the past. But under stress, humans tend to lose track of what we already know. And each time we practice perspective, we begin to see more of who we are, who we're becoming, and who we want to be. Sometimes stepping back is the only way to move forward by uncovering timely insights we'd have otherwise missed, by remembering how we overcame past challenges, and perhaps most important, by recognizing what we're enduring could soon become one small speck in the big, bright, shining constellation of our life. How perfect is that? So in addition to the insight of have really good people in your life, follow people who are talking about meaningful things and not junk, try and populate what comes in front of my eyes with better quality insights and things that help my mindset, help my mood, help my perspective. That's good. And then I just love this point that, remembering that I'm on a journey and getting perspective on that journey is so critical. In some areas like the gym and working out, which is why I like that theme a lot, you can actually track numbers in a way that helps you get perspective when other types of perspective don't seem very accessible. A number is a number is a number. I was able to lift this much weight. It's just such a beautiful thing in its simplicity. So what metrics matter to you? What metrics help you gain the perspective you need about how well you're actually doing and where you're at on this journey? And so today I'm going to head off and help myself with more metrics and perspective. And I'm excited for a week of one day at a time finding meaningful things. I've got some great client interactions. So even though there's a lot of unresolved things that are still working out, I have meaningful things right in front of me. And now I have a better sense of where they fit into the bigger journey. So not a bad start for a Monday. Listen, I hope you found something of value in this. And if you have, please share the podcast with your friends and family. This is going somewhere. I don't know where it's going, but it's going to go somewhere. Our numbers are slowly but steadily rising. More and more people are listening, and I'm really excited about where we're going to go with this show. We've got another great guest coming up within the next couple of weeks for more of a longer form conversation, and I'm really excited about her and the perspective she brings to the table. So stay tuned, everybody. Join me at mattstone.co. We have a Big Leap readiness assessment for people thinking about taking a big leap. It's a great way to check your mindset on the beginning of that journey. Of course, hit me up at Twitter at mattstoneco, and have a fantastic perspective-filled, meaningful day. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye for now.